Hey guys, Sean Rickshaw here. Welcome to another video. Now in this video, I'm going to be taking you into the REIPro software and show you what the new updates are looking like. I'm telling you, this is a killer system. And I wanted to do this video because, there are people out there that constantly reach out to me, and I see people posting some of the Facebook group also, asking about, REIPro and inquiring because they're using other lead generation softwares. And I feel like people are looking for more. And hey, so I want to give you something you can hold on to, and that's this video, just to show you what inside of this, great system is looking like, which is a software, of course. Now I'm going to answer this question before I get started. Now, people have been asking me, how many deals have you gotten, since you're using REIPro? And let me say this, you don't get deals using these, data generation softwares. You get leads. You got to turn those leads into deals. All right. So you can have, 10,000 leads. And if you're not consistent with those 10,000 leads, let me tell you, you're not going to get any deal. All right. So you get leads with any software you're using, whether it's, Propelio, PropStream, or REIPro. You just got to turn those leads into deals. All right. So let's get started. Now, like I've mentioned before in a former video, REIPro offers a 14-day free trial. So you could go to pricing and you could see it, or you could just click right here and you'll see that 14-day free trial. Now, other list generation softwares actually offer only 7-day free trial. I feel like in this time of day we're in, we need to get everything on a 14-day free trial. That's more than enough time to figure out if you want to actually move forward with the software. But they do offer, some really good packages, single user up to 5, up to 10, and you could go through it. And this is all that the single user membership actually offers, all the way down to here. And also, up to 5, you get these here, up to 10, you get all of this. But the only thing I think they could do better on, come on, man, y'all gotta give more monthly exports. All right. So I'm actually on the up to 5 users. So I get 10,000. Now, I'm not going to mention where you can get 10,000, but look, there are other softwares that's giving you 10,000 on the 97, or $99 membership. So I'm just going to sign in and get this thing going. Now, this is what the dashboard looks like when you sign in. Now, as you could see, here is the calendar. You could access the calendar. You could plan out your day, your week, your month. And also over on this section, the right section, there's a vacant, absentee, pre-foreclosure, bank owned, free and clear, upside down. And I'm going to show you where, how this plays a role in this dashboard section. All right, so before I get there, I'm going to go down here, and this is an announcement, of course. The free webinar training is coming up. You could ask whatever question you want. It's on May 4th, so you could tell I pretty much made this video before May 4th. And down here is pretty much properties and follow-up. As you can see, I have a property to follow up. I didn't really put much properties in here because how wholesalers are. They'll see your properties and they're like, okay, let me go after that property, trying to get a free deal. All right. So over here, popular sites, you can actually, integrate, Zillow or any other popular sites. All you got to do is click here. You could add the site and you're good to go. All right. I like that. You can also, delete it. There's a trash can right there. And over here is my favorite properties. Now, I have no favorite properties at the moment. Like I said, I kind of, took down some of those properties. Now, incoming leads, this is where you can integrate other softwares with Zapier. You can integrate Zapier. You could use Zap. You can integrate whatever it is, MailChimp, you name it. Here's MailChimp, by the way. Anything that you use, you could just drop the API right here and you're good to go. I'm not going to explain that. I know this probably sounds pretty foreign to a lot of people, especially if you're new and you don't know anything about this kind of stuff, but don't worry about this section right here. All right. So we're going to only concentrate on here in the dashboard section for now. And then I'm going to go down here. Now with the dashboard, where these come into play, you're going to see something here. Now, manage locations. Now, if you're actually wholesaling, let's just say in Broward County, Florida, you could put in a county, city, or a zip code. Let me put in Broward County. I'm from Dade County, lived in Broward, lived in West Palm Beach down in Florida, in South Florida. So I know the ins and outs. Let's click on Dade, Broward County. Boom. As you can see, it populates right here. And here it's showing you the total number of home sales by month. So these are some numbers that you want to know. And there it is. Look, the number is changing and over here, and it goes down and take a little dip. But it shows you numbers so you could see what's going on in your market or whichever market you're actually wholesaling in. And over here is the median price that homes are going for down in Broward County by the month. All right. And let me tell you, numbers is key in this game. You got to know numbers, and it's not hard to learn. It's pretty easy. So over here, remember it was, pretty much NA, not applicable. And, when I pulled up Broward County, you'll see that there are 21,400 vacant properties, absentee owner, and pre-foreclosure 1,300 bank owned. So it's giving you the numbers you want. I'm telling you, they made a chess move when they did this with the dashboard. And of course, let me show you now. You can actually, like I said, you can just add a city in there. Let's add Miami, Florida. Or where's Miami? Miami, Florida. And there it is right there. You're good to go. And there's Miami, Florida right there. You could click on that, and then you'll see the numbers change. So, and now let's just add a zip code in there, 33168. I used to live in that zip code back in the day, 33168. And there it is. Let's pull it up. And there it is. And in that zip code, we have 19 homes, and the median price is $350K. All right. So what you can also do is you can also delete whatever you don't want. So if I want to get rid of that, click the trash, and you're ready and set. All right. So there's the managed locations. If you want some numbers, go ahead and of course add those zip codes in, city or counties in there, and get those numbers. The more you know and understand your numbers, the better it makes it for you to close properties in whatever market in the United States. All right. So let's go down to our lead generation. Now, if you're new to wholesaling houses, these are all called lead types. All right. So whatever type of leads you're going after, hey, if you want to pull some vacant homes, if you're new, if you're a real newbie, look, do not go after pre-foreclosure right off the back. If you don't know how to really, wholesale a pre-foreclosure home, let me tell you, if you're new in this business, start at vacant properties. Now, there's also an absentee owners leads, pre-foreclosure bank owned, upside down, low equity, high equity, trust, free and clear, cash buyers, and Craigslist if you want to go after some deals on there. And you can also pull up, any property information in here. You could just search for the property. You can actually search for a property in this area. Now, before they did the updates, you could not do this. All right. So this is new, and I don't know why they didn't have it. You could do an address search, an APN search. Now with the owner search, the only thing you got to add is if you want to find out any property information, you could just put select the state, the county, and the owner's first and last name, and you're good to go. Let me tell you, I really love this about this new updates. And of course, you could search other things here, your buyers, your properties, your contacts within the REIPro software. All right, so I'm really loving this update. At one point, like I said, you couldn't do that. And within the updates, they pretty much gave us what we need. Now, if you scroll down, these are some searches. Your saved searches will be right here. And of course, training videos. So any of these leads right here, these lead types, guess what? There's a video that you can watch for that. They actually teach you through these tutorials on how to pull vacant leads, absentee leads. And I'm telling you, this is always game changing when you can learn on demand. All right, so let's get out of here. I'm not going to really show you anything about how to pull leads. I'm just running you through this new updates. And all right, let's go in marketing. So marketing, Here you can actually create a campaign. If you want to send out a postcard campaign, you can do that. Now you can order postcards. You can send letters, these personalized letters. Listmates, it's to actually clean up your file. So if you know wholesaling, and when you pull, certain lists, some files need cleaning up. So Listmate actually does that for you. Yes, you'll have to pay a little bit for that, but it's all good. They also skip trace. So you can actually skip trace this whole list right here. And as you can see, I actually pulled 2,500 here. Here's another list that I have, and a few more lists. So this is where your campaigns are. Now you can sort your list if you want. You could sort it by campaign name, quantity, postcards ordered, postcards in progress, and so forth. You can also sort by exported list. And yes, you can actually download or export these lists. All you got to do is click on this little check right here, or you could click this download icon. These checks actually is showing that I already downloaded or exported these lists. All you got to do is click on that and you could download it. All right. Or you could just click on the download and you could download or export, as we say in this business, these lists. All right. Now archived. Now these are archived property. I have none in archived. Now import leads. You can actually import a file, whether it's a CSV or a spreadsheet. You can actually import it in here. All you got to do is go through the steps and you're good to go. Now let's go in the Rei Pro Postcards. Now these are the postcards if you want to do some direct mail. Now here we have the absentee owners postcards, auctions postcards, cash buyers postcards, divorce, and expired listing. As you go down, the list goes on and on. You just got to find which postcard, whether it's vacant properties or pre-foreclosure postcards. You could just scroll down and you'll find those postcards and you're good to go. Now, if you have postcards, you can actually upload your custom postcards right here and send it into that direct mail campaign. All right, I have none right now. Letter template. If you need some letters, let me tell you, you can actually get letters in here. I'm telling you how much this software offers, man, for the price that you pay on a monthly basis. It's saving you so much time, energy, and money. All right. So if you're going after absentee owner, they have a letter 1, letter 2, letter 3, and you could just click it right here and you will see what the letter says. To owner's name from this person, whoever you are, regarding property address, dear owner's name. Of course, you put the owner's name right here. It is to my understanding that you don't live in the home and might consider selling. If so, I may be interested in buying it. All right. And it goes on down here. So these are letterheads that you could send out, or you could download it right here. All right. So you can use these letters and just set up a, personalized campaign in Rei Pro and send it out to people. Here's, you got the divorce letter, the auction letters right here, expired listing letters, for rent by owner letter, for sale by owner, investor letter, more investor letter, lease option letter, pre-foreclosure, probate, and the list goes on, seller finance, vacant. Let me tell you, there's so much that I love about this. And you can always preview any one of these letters. Let's see the pre-foreclosure letter 1. Let's look at that. Now it says, dear owner, I noticed that you may be going through a difficult time making your mortgage payments and wanted to reach out to you and see if you would sell me your home before the bank takes it. Now, I'm not really liking that type of message, but you can always download it and edit it. All right. So, but it's there for you to pretty much guide you. All right. So that's the letter section. The do not mail list is if there's any property or any person who do not wish to receive any mails. All right. If there are mails that get sent back, you could add those properties in here. Now, list made errors. Let's just say you're cleaning up a list in list made and there were some errors. You'll see the status right here. All right. So now in properties, this is where you're going to pretty much archive, like I said, follow-up properties. if you have any properties in follow-up, you could click this button right here and it will show you the property in follow-up. I have this property in follow-up for the longest, and I need to actually go back to this property owner and see if they still want to sell it. But all your properties that you want to follow up, it's in here. The list grid, you can change the list grid. So you can change it like this and just, access more properties going down vertically, or you could just, change the list grid again, and you could have the access to all the properties. They actually go across horizontal like this, or landscape that direction. And I love that about REI Pro. Now let's go to my properties. What I love about REI Pro, you can also give your property star. I'm gonna actually show you how that works. You could star it here. I could downgrade it to a 2-star. I could upgrade it to a 5-star. I could downgrade it to a 1-star or a 3-star. Now here's another thing that I love about the properties section. Let's just highlight all of these. So I'm gonna click this box right here. I'm gonna check it, and all these boxes are gonna highlight. So I'm gonna go with all of them, and I'm gonna go in actions. If there are some lead types that you wanna go after, and what you can do is you can click right here, and you could just add all the lead types that has, auctions on it, or absentee owner lead type. So if you have, let's just say you have a crap load of properties, 100 properties, and you have 50 of those that's auction properties. What you can do is you could click here just to pull up those specific 50 properties that's auction. You could click right here, and you could just select auctions, and only the auction properties will come up. Even if it's pre-foreclosure, all the pre-foreclosure properties will only show in this section. You could just filter everything and make it accessible. And I'm telling you, this saves a whole lot of time. Now, another thing that I do love about REI Pro is, let's just click on all these properties again. I'm gonna check these boxes. I'm gonna click on this action. Guess what you could do? You can add all of these properties to a campaign if you want to send out a direct mail campaign, postcards, letters, or whatever it may be. You can also email all the contacts that has an email contact tagged to it. This is game changing right here, and I'm loving it. Now, you can also, change the view of the grid just like that, and you could change it back. And so let's go into one of these properties. This is a property over there in Albemarle. So this is a property that, like I said, it's in follow-up. I actually called the owner, spoke with the owner. I think I may miss out on this deal actually. But just to pull up this property, what you can do is the accessibility is A-class here. As you can see, this property, look at the broken windows. I should have really went after this property, man. So when you click on this property, you get the map with the property. The good thing about it is you can click on this little square icon right here, and it pulls up, a much larger map of the area, and you could access the street view of the property. Look at that. You can also just look around the neighborhood and see what's going on. Bingo. Maybe that's the reason why I didn't actually go after that property so hard. There's a graveyard in front of the property. All right, so you could pull that up, satellite view, map, and so forth. And you could actually click on the outside and boom, you're back here. And also the comparables, you can actually go ahead and run a comparable sales on this property just to figure out the ARV and so forth. All right, there's also the information down here. Now, remember I spoke about lead type. So this is a vacant property, all right? So I'm just gonna put a vacant home right here. Usually I'll put general for vacant properties, but it's a vacant, so I could just set this as a lead type, and there it is right there, vacant homes. Or you could change it if you want at any given time. You could, even with lead status, let's click that right there. It shows you active. You could just put it where it is. If it's in its early stages or the offer stage or contract stage, you could put it in there. You could just select the contract stage right here and pretty much set your lead type. And there it is. The property is now in contract stage. Now, if you want to look up the information, you scroll down and boom, there you go. Here's all the information. It's in Stanley County, P.O. Box, this and that. And of course, you could look up the mortgage info. There's no mortgage on this property though. And also the history. You can look up the history, custom fields. There you go. But come back in details, man. Here's the information that you really need the most. The last sale date, the last sale price, last transfer date, and all that stuff. What Zillow is saying on the rent, area, the estimated value. This is information right here directly from the tax assessor website, which is the county website. So you're pretty good to go when it comes to information and accessing that information. Now, down here is the seller contact info. Now, here's where you can actually add the information for the contact. And if you need to skip trace an owner of a single skip, you could skip trace the person right here. All you got to do is add to credit, and you could skip trace the owner right here and get the owner's number. That is crazy, yo. Now in phone scripts, now if you have a seller on the phone, here you go. Here's the phone script. These are the questions that you're going to be asking the seller on the phone. Is the property listed with a realtor? And you just pretty much check these off and, check these off. And if yes, when does it expire? Is the property vacant? If repairs are needed, what does the home need? And, may I ask, why are you selling? How long? And this is really a guide for you to actually ask the most important questions when you have the seller on the phone. And while you have the seller on the phone, guess what? You could go ahead and just type in some information. Let's see. Seller says the property needs repairs. Boom. All right. So you could just, take notes right there. And when you're scheduling an appointment, you could schedule that appointment here and put the appointment notes and so forth in there and save it. And guess what? Even better, you could print this whole thing. I'm telling you, it's game changing when it comes to REIPro. And there are other softwares that a lot of people are using that are not offering not even half of what, or a quarter of what REIPro is offering. Now, you can also add it to a campaign, or you could print a letter and send out for any particular, address or property. All right. So let's close out of that. Property inspection. When you go to inspect the property, you can actually, inspect and just add some numbers in here. You can actually print out this page. All right. So there it is. You could print it out right here, and you can learn a little bit more on how you can pretty much fill out this information right here. Just click in this video, and there's a video training for you on how to, run this information. So there you go. The roof, the paint, the windows, landscaping, driveways, foundation, garage, condenser unit. And here we got the interior, the kitchen, master bedroom, bath. And this is the stuff that buyers do. So the more you do it as a real estate investor, the more you learn on the buyer's side of things. So when you do purchase that property, that rental property that you want to own, guess what? You already have the knowledge. All right. And when you pretty much put all the costs together, you could total the cost right here and you're good to go. All right. So let's just see. Let's get out of here. Seller offers. Now with the seller offer, you can add numbers in here. Now let me say this. A lot of people feel like when you use that, 70% formula to figure out the ARV and then you minus repairs and minus your assignment fee, and the number that you get is actually the MAO. Guess what? When buyers, cash buyers, are buying your property or paying for your property, these are the numbers that they factor in on the other side. So when a lot of buyers say, this is not a good deal, it may be a good deal to the investor, but on the buyer's side of things, it's not a good deal, because after they factor in a lot of these expenses, guess what happens? It's not a deal for them. The profit It just doesn't make sense. The numbers does not make sense. So as a real estate investor, you want to learn the other side of this whole coin, all right, which is the buyer side. So these are expenses that they factor in: the repair expense, acquisition expense, holding expense, and you can learn the meaning just by hovering the mouse over the question icon. Holding expense, it means there will be costs during the fix-up of the property, which includes taxes, insurance, gas, electric, and water. And just having all of this information at our fingertips. Look, REI Pro is charging you $97 on the basic level, and you have all this information. It doesn't get any better. It sounds like I'm trying to sell something here, right? No, I'm just excited because I feel like, a lot of people out there need this information, but they have no access to REI Pro because nobody told them about it. And that's what I'm here to do. Tell you what's good, what's going on this side of the coin. So if you need to make a move, hey, you make a move for your business. Whatever is going to make your business better so you could close more deals, you make that move. And let me tell you, man, look, you could just crush the business just by closing more deals. All right. So all of these expenses, I'm not going to go down the whole line. No, I'm not going to go in archived either. Follow up, I think I already show you that. Now, deal analyzer, if you want to, analyze a deal to see if it's a good fit, you could upload it in here and you're good to go. And here's a training video. So you could, just upload a lead in here by, starting new and, click out the address and so forth. Now, buyers. Now, in buyers, I'm not going to pull up buyers. This is where my huge buyers list is. This is where you actually upload your buyers list. You could click on it and it takes you to the section, and you could pretty much put your buyers information in there and send deals straight to your buyer from REI Pro. All right, it's crazy, yo. You can email your buyers. If you have 100 buyers, you can email all 100 buyers just by using the REI Pro system and send any type of deal to your buyer through the system. So I'm loving this section. Like I said, I'm not going to open this. I know how, wholesalers are. They'll be like, oh, snap, look at all of them, and write down your information. So contacts, this is contacts. If you have any contacts, you could add a contact in here or whatnot. Import, you can import your list here also. And here's a video. So like I said, you could import your CSV or spreadsheet, whatever you may call it. Now, if you have a file in here that you'd like to export, you can also click the export button and export. Business Center. I'm not going to Business Center. I'm going to go in Business Center last. Now, let me skip that and come down here. Membership. This is where you could access information on the membership strategy videos, REI Pro help videos, frequently asked questions, customer support. Let me tell you, customer support. Click that link and get into that customer support, and they will get back to you like this fast. They are pretty quick with customer support, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate that team over there. Account settings. This is you could click on that and it takes you to your account, and you could just see the settings in your accounts. Announcement. Announcement is pretty much all the information that they have in webinar and free training. Log off, of course, you could log off here. Let's go back into our business. Boom. Now, business. This is the thing about business, the Business Center. Like I said, man, this whole thing is like a huge office. This is like your personal office. All right. So the Business Center, you could learn how to start a business, ask an attorney, whatever questions. You could click this right here and you could get some contracts. So you can actually download a contract. Now, the assignment contract is what you use when you're signing the property over to the buyer. All right. So the buyer will sign this assignment of contract. Now, the contract to purchase is what the seller will sign. All right. So which is called also a purchase and sale agreement, which is a P&S contract. All right. Now, the assignment contract, like I said, is what the buyer will sign. And these two contracts are the contracts that you will actually send over to your real estate attorney or a title company. All right. Now, they actually have videos on how to fill out these contracts. you could also download these contracts. I'm telling you, it's game changing when it comes to this software. Now, they also have, an option of different contracts, the extension of contract to purchase, the lead-based payment disclosure, lease agreement. Now, lease option agreement. If you know about lease option agreement, you will understand why they'll charge $49.95, which is $50 for this contract. And you could purchase it right here. Lease options, it's one of those creative type of deals, and you just have to know how to do a lease option. Like I said, they have webinars and trainings. They actually train you how to do a lease option deal. Now, all those creative investing deals, it's important that you learn it, because you never know. You may come across a property that you would like to do an option on, and you really don't know how to actually do the deal. So you can learn in REI Pro. Like I said, they have some webinars that you can access. I've learned so much just by using the software. And like I said, you could access those information and announcements and just, look for those videos. All right. So, of course, like I said, they have the lease option agreement here, seller finance, and, the list goes on. All right. Now, these are some forms that you can use: 60-day action plan, the affidavit of memorandum. Now, if you're a wholesaler in this business, you need to learn affidavit of memorandum. Let me tell you, if you get a property under contract with a seller and they go off and sell that deal to another wholesaler, guess what? They just broke that contract with you. And now you could hit them with a memorandum and get some money from the deal. But you got to go through the courts, all right? Because you have a legal, signed document. When you're signing those contracts with those sellers, be sure to notarize those contracts. And that's when you could really hit them hard with a memorandum if they go and sell that deal behind your back, all right? And you could get paid. All right, so, there's some more stuff down here: letter of intent, buyer's list questionnaire, and so forth. And just go through that. Property inspection sheet, property research form, questionnaire for investors, and residential rental application. So the information is there, and also you can actually download all of this. All right, now marketing forms. Here are some marketing forms. Mileage tracker. If you have an LLC, let's just say you started a business, you gotta create a mileage log. And that helps you when you're filing your taxes. All right, so you could just click that log and put the date in and log the miles and put some notes in and so forth and save the mileage. Start a business. Boom. Here's some business plan or desolation and starting a business, trademark, DBA, registered agent, and so forth. You could go ahead and get that information here. Legal library. These are so much. I can't go through all of this, y'all, but this is so much information. Home sale worksheet, home evaluation worksheet, apartment lease, and it goes on. Look at this: affidavit of title, apartment rental agreement. You have all of that in here. All right, ask an attorney, Rocket Lawyer at their best. All right, so you're good to go in that area. And that's pretty much it. I think I ran through this software at an amazing time. All right, so let's go back to the dashboard. But like I said, you have so much information at your fingertips. And not only information, but you have so much knowledge that you can acquire just by being on REI Pro. Now, if you want to minimize this section just to have a little bit more workspace, you could click this right here and you'll have way more workspace to work with. You could click those three lines again and open this back up. REI Pro, they're offering so much in that software for what you pay. And just by having the access to the software, that allows me to work more efficiently. And because I'm able to work more efficiently, I'm telling you, I'm able to push out more marketing and get more deals on the table. But closing those deals is up to you. All right, you got to go after those deals and close them. All right, so hit that like button and subscribe to this channel, y'all. What you waiting on? Yo, go ahead and subscribe to that channel. I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of good information on my channel and a whole lot of great information for you. All right, Sean Rickshaw here. I'm out. Peace. See you in the next video.